Hi, this is Capuen Pisa. I'm going to talk about, uh, present some clips about the problem in this great country of ours. Again, Christ, psychosis. It's actually idiocracy. Makes people deluded and reason and act like a schizophrenic folks. If you hit somebody over the head, or if you give him some peyote or a manita muscaria or some drugs, the person will not be able to think correctly. All the thoughts will be disturbed, and sometimes the presence of an eternal reality will emerge. Like an extra, personality. So people that in this 21st century that believe in gods and demons and spirits, they do have a problem with the brain. This has been proven. As a matter of fact, trauma to the brain can cause spirituality, and this has been proven by Italian neuroscientists, Dr. Cosimo Urgesi. And of course, here in the United States, we know that Ramachandran and also Dr. Sapolsky, they all have linked, this bizarre mathematical beliefs to a form of neurological disorder. It's idiopathic because we don't know how that works. Well, we know that if a person is educated and receives a medical degree or any type of a professional degree and a PhD, and the person believes in this unusual intelligent designer force that is the cause of all existence in the universe. And also they believe in flying prophets and hunting demons and or demonic possession and all that, and resurrecting zombies, I say, with blood. Well, people that reason like that, and they're intellectuals, you can find them also in mental health clinics, suffering from mild forms of schizophrenia or depression and all that. And this is obvious. But we see in the country Christ psychosis. This acceptance that a resurrecting zombie is real, that demons are real. Absurd and crazy beliefs, completely void of reality. And you can see that in members of the Tea Party. And about, over 70% of Americans that are deeply believers, and they're Christians. And they keep spouting and teaching and molesting the brain of children with these beliefs every Sunday in church. They don't teach children this science. They molest their brains with this fear of God and nonsense. And kids are punished. And this is all allowed by the government. They don't put these people in jail. Marcus Bachmann, a Christ psychotic and a homosexual, closet case, the husband of this lady that is running to be president. I mean, she's a loony. And Michelle Bachmann. And he has a clinic and a psychiatry degree, I don't know from where, because there's no proof that he has, but he's called a doctor. You can buy those on the internet. And this guy, tries to cure gay people from their sin with the Bible in a clinic. And these people are not shut down by the government. If you have a person like that trying to cure people with satanic rituals, they will be closed just like that. But these ignorant men, deluded and crazy, is allowed to do this practice without a license. And I want to show some clips in here, and you understand what I'm talking about. Because the news agency, they do not tell it like it is. They say, oh, they act because of religion, and they act in the name of religion. It's not in the name of religion. People are not schizophrenics in the name of schizophrenia. The people don't act crazy in the name of temporal lobe epilepsy. You don't believe in you start drowning your children in the name of, because of the name of religion, or the zombie Jesus. No, because of psychosis, and because of depression, because of schizophrenia, because of schizotypal illness. So people that say they're doing crazy things in the name of religion, it's not in the name of religion, it's because of it. People are going to start coughing blood and being sick and having a temperature in the name of pneumonia. No, because of it. And I'm going to show some clips. And this is the news agencies. This is the problem. They don't tell it like it is. It's because of Christianity, which is a form of neurological disorder, an affliction of the brain. God is a creation of the brain. It's product of our neurons and all this chemistry and all the architecture of the brain that makes us what we are, creating the self and perceiving the world and our existence through our senses. And then we get educated. Everybody's born atheist, in other words, lacking belief. And this is what they start realizing in this century. And then you do the research on different things, and you get educated. But if you're educated and you still believing these imaginary friends, you shouldn't have a doctor's license. You shouldn't, fly a plane. You shouldn't be a pilot. You shouldn't be a psychiatrist if you believe in imaginary friends or ex. One is a perfect example. Are some of the Deepak Chopra. It was Michael Jackson's mentor, and to many other people. The guy have a deep problem with the brain, and he is sick, and this is what people do not see. Deepak Chopra making all this money, and agencies that sell you snake oil, like homeopathy. Study homeopathy. It's garbage. It's just equivalent to astrology, because the moon and the planet this and the other planet and Jupiter's in the house of this and the house of that. This is absolute nonsense. It's pseudoscience. It's idiocies and it's schizophrenic thinking, like all religions are. People don't realize that, and this should be abolished. And that is what the Skeptic, magazine and Dr. Shermer are saying about this homeopathy. But they do not. None of these atheists that I know, they don't go to the root of the problem. And the root of the problem is religious beliefs accept bizarre mathematical beliefs as reality, like in neurological disorders like schizophrenia. This makes all religious beliefs a psychosis, a psychopathy, a problem with the brain, an anomaly. We don't know how it comes about, but we know that it's exactly, it does the same like neurological disorder, like a schizophrenia. It affects the brain, and you start believing in all these resurrecting zombies and things like that. And this is the problem. It should be addressed, and this should be addressed by the reporters. Investigative reporters. They should do that. They investigate, the Mormons, the fundamental Christian Mormons is the Mormons. They still believe in golden plates and angel Moronites and demons and your own private planet and all this nonsense. They're all Christians, Christ psychotics. But you have many wives and you molest children and you marry, 6, 8 years old, like the prophet that was in jail. But see, this is the thing. You have to investigate these people. The acceptance, the belief in a resurrected zombie. Let's investigate the belief, the faith in God. which is a psychosis. Uneducated people. Ignorant have an excuse. But here are some clips.
It says it all. I thank God for America's freedom. I thank God for Tea Party America.
Psychosis.
Ready and willing to fight for our freedom.
She thanks Winnie the Pooh.
Your freedom, then you think of that. And that's what we're going to do right now. Raise your hand if you have served past or present in our United States military because awakened America.
Yeah, psychotic movement.
That awakening because we're up against now Barack Obama's very strange fundamental transformation.
No, he's sane. Barack Obama is sane.
Strange.
You're a Christ psychosis, ignorant imbecile.
We don't need a transformation.
You belong in a mental institution, Sarah.
A restoration of all that is good.
Let's not forget, for over 1,000 years, the psychopathy of Christians belief, which is based on sadomasochism, teaches that the whole animals and the whole planet is for us to do what we want with it. So that is at the root of Christian beliefs. Now, let's not forget that the reason of Sarah Palin, shooting wolves, and the reason of bullfights, and many throwing chickens out of churches' steeples, and hunting goats, and dog fighting, and cockfighting, and all this blood entertainment come from Christianity. It comes because Christianity is based on sacred blood, in the torture of a God that's supposedly put on a cross, nailed to a cross, so with his blood he could save humanity from the sin committed by a madman, Adam, his rib woman, Eve, to save them from the sin committed when they accepted a forbidden fruit from a talking snake. Lucifer, Satan. You see, so if you're a Christian, no matter the way you can rationalize this stuff, you have to believe in this sacrifice of this God. So with his blood he can save you. So that's sadomasochism. This is at the base of Christianity. That's the reason kids are spanked, mistreated, women drown their children, people torture animals, and because it's all related to blood, to a blood sacrifice. So this is what people don't see. In this 21st century, believing in this irrational things and concepts which are created by the brain, it is plainly psychotic. It's plainly lunacy. See, especially if the person is intelligent, because we create everything with the brain. All the beliefs, all religions, which are based on bizarre mathematical beliefs, are created in the brain. So, neurology proves this. So, why these people with this, they believe in this psychosis from a long time ago, these beliefs are in government today. Like Sarah Palin, for instance, and Bachman, and all that. Obama is speaking right now, Labor Day, the 5th of September, today, when I'm making this video. And this is the problem, because I have to awaken people, especially atheists, which are usually clueless and blind. They don't realize that believing God is actually, plain and simple, a psychological problem, a neurological disorder, a malfunction of the brain in this 21st century. Because everything is created in the brain. Without the brain to conceive it, there is no God. We are animals. We're evolved mutated primates. And this is what these people don't see. They have to snap out of this psychosis, and the news media ought to tell it like it is. Put these people in their place. Obama is the only healthy one. The man is brilliant, summa cum laude. And he's left as all the disaster created by Bush, a Christ psychotic infected imbecile that believed that Jesus Christ was a philosopher. Whether there is no proof that Jesus Christ ever existed, like Solomon and David and all this archaeological proof. But there is proof, there is epigraphical proof that the sacrifice of Julius Caesar, that was considered a son of Venus and a Christus, mutated and evolved into the beliefs of Christianity and Jesus Christ, the sacrifice of Jesus Christ.
So that the curse that has been along can be broken.
Look at this.
In the name of Jesus. That's what happened with psychosis. Get yourself cured. You suffer from schizophrenia.
Witchcraft.
That's your problem. Go see a neurologist. Your brain is defective. The name of schizophrenia.
Theotard.
That's your problem. Book of Mark, idiot. What about Winnie the Pooh?
Let's keep in mind, we create the mind, believe in imaginary frame gods, and all that, and demons and all that, with our brains. Nobody commits an insane act, an irrational act, in the name of their faith or in the name of religion. People commit an insane act, that they are Christian, Muslim, Hindu, or whatever. They commit it in their name of the psychosis. It's like if you are crazy and you suffer from paranoia, schizophrenia, and you go and you shoot your best friend because you think he is possessed by an alien that is going to have to take over your body, and he's, put some implants in your brain, and you kill them. You kill him in the name of schizophrenia? No, you kill him because of schizophrenia. If you suffer a heart, you have collapse and short of breath and have a kind of a heart attack, you have this heart problem in the name of heart disease? No, because of the heart disease. People don't do things in the name of religion. They do it because of the psychosis of religion affecting the brain of these people, especially educated ones. If you're ignorant, you have an excuse, or you're a child, then you don't know between fact and fiction. But if you're an educated adult and you believe in any gods or anything like that, you have a problem with your brain. And you are no different than a person suffering from a schizotypal disorder. This is a fact. The brain creates God. There is no God without a brain to conceive it. Deal with it. It's a fact. Proven by neurology. We can operate your brain and prove it to you if you doubt this. And a lobotomy will cure Christianity. Believe in God. Faith. Proven. It's a fact. A lobotomy will cure believing God. If you suffer from psychosis, I suggest a lobotomy. A partial lobotomy. You'll be happy. This is when ignorant people in government decide to pray instead of rely on science. This is the problem. Come on, Christian, why don't you pray to your son?
Are here
Christ
helping us. I mean, this is the classic example.
What's the matter? Well, he can help you. He's a savior. Jesus Christ is a savior. Why don't you pray to him? Get on your knees, moron.
For their success.
Come on, get on your knees.
Mission and inspire those that have already lost homes.
Yeah, they lost home because Jesus, atheists? The one that lost their homes?
Are very important.
Yeah. What an imbecile. You're an incompetent psycho. You ought to just go and get your brain fixed and get educated because you're a very ignorant man. It's all your fault. Now, have you ever seen a mentally healthy and atheist, either be Dawkins, Sam Harris, Hitchens, anyone? Have you ever seen one that says that a lobotomy will cure believing God? Because atheists today are clueless in their respect. They're blind and they don't connect religion beliefs as a neurological disorder, which is the same like the beliefs of a schizotype or schizophrenic or people that suffer from temporal lobe epilepsy. They don't see it. I mean, it's right there. It's in front of them. But they don't realize it. That's the reason you never see atheists, brilliant scholars and atheists, like, Dawkins, Sam Harris, and the other ones, saying something so simple. A lobotomy will cure you from your belief in zombie Jesus. What does this prove? This proves that the brain is the one that creates the malfunction of God, angels, demons, and life after death, and the rest of fantasies. It is there. So simple. And they don't see it. They go with all this mungamaraan, all the God of the Bible is an evil God, and you know, I just don't, it just happens that everybody's an atheist when they believe in other gods because they believe only in one, and I just, like Dawkins says, and I just go one step further, and I just don't believe in any God. Come on, you just mumbo jumbo with a really beautiful speech, because the man is brilliant. Dawkins is brilliant. But come on, just one word. We create God with the brain. I mean, a sentence. We create God with the brain. When the brain malfunctions, you accept gods and demons and all the rest of fairy tales of all religions. That's true. Very simple. It's created by the brain. What a concept, isn't it? That atheists don't seem to see.
Oh God, we say to you, we do not have clean hands and a pure heart. No one does. You say of evolution. There is a controversy among scientists about whether evolution is a fact.
No, only the Christian imbeciles like you.
Evolution is a fact.
They don't think it's a fact, you moron.
And hundreds of scientists.
Stupid woman. And she's in government. Schizophrenic Michelle Bachmann, a moron.
The one thing that connects us vividly to our vast cosmos. Light.
The story
Reveals
of us.
The wonders of the universe in all their
Where we came from.
stars that shine
Who we
the
are.
light of 1,000 suns and vast swirling galaxies. But from a long forgotten era, and contained in the light from these faraway places is the story of our universe's origin and evolution.
Light.
Through light, we can stare back across the entire history of the universe and began, and ultimately see how light breathed life into us. This is Karnak Temple in Egypt. Built by the ancient pharaohs, this vast complex was erected to honor Amun-Ra, god of the sun. This temple is built to align with an astronomical event that happens just once a year.
What this brilliant scientist, Dr. Brian Cox, doesn't tell you is that due to Christ psychosis infected sensibilities and anti-sex stance, is that the Amun-Ra was also equated with the penis. The world was created by an act of masturbation, and that's what all these religions come from.
Solstice. So here in Egypt, in summer, the sun rises over in that direction, and then as summer turns to autumn, turns to winter, the sunrise point drifts along until today, on December 21st, at 6:30 a.m. in midwinter, the sun rises exactly between the pillars of this temple.
And due to Christ psychosis, this is the reason that we have such a poor education. We have ignorance of science, because these facts are not mentioned by these moronic people. How many people know about all this banning of all these books from schools? And, they keep people ignorant, believing in this zombie Jesus crap. And, of course, the parents infect their kids and the grandparents and so forth. And the result are like people like Perry and Bachmann and Palin and the rest of Christ psychosis in government. And the cause of all these problems in America and basically the world is education. Because over 1,500 years ago, after the disintegration of the Roman Empire, when the religion became only one accepted, which is Christianity, thanks to Constantine, it was a criminal. Well, the church was the one in control of education. And governments, it was one. Church and state were one. They control everything, and the education. Which, this is the reason you see Catholic schools. And then in 1500, when the Catholic it was divided, and the Protestant Reformation with Luther, they created their own schools without the Pope and without the Virgin Mary, without none of that. That was all the Protestant denominations came, and there are hundreds of them. But this is the education, and they banned books, and they've been at it for a long time. This is the reason you have lunatics like Sarah Palin and Bachmann and all these people in the Supreme Court. The 6 of them are infected with Catholicism, Christ psychosis. And this is the reason you have the problem in the world today. And the main purpose of all these Christian denominations is to bring people to Christ. That is, you have missionaries infecting people with their garbage, this psychopath, and then you have people knocking on your door, the Jehovah's Witness, that you have the Catholic missions all over, but they were first. So they were all over. They were in Spanish, they conquered South America, and they went into China, and all the Jesuits missions, and the Marianists, of the Virgin Mary, and all these lunacies. And this is for 500 years, all these people went all over. And the first thing they did is control the mind of children with education. That you have, the Mormons did the same thing. You have Brigham Young University. You have, Notre Dame University, tons of them. In England, you have all kinds. And this is the problem. And the reason these people are so infected with this illness that they don't see. It's a psychosis. There is no such a thing as a resurrecting zombie. There is no such a thing as Jesus Christ, Virgin Mary, saints, demons, and crap like that. It is bizarre mythological beliefs, not different than those experienced by malfunctioning brains like schizophrenics. And this is a fact. This is why this lunacy here. And nobody seems to see it, which is very dangerous. Including atheists that don't see it. It is a psychosis, my friends.
Treated with chemotherapy or radiation.
Yeah, with prayer.
13-year-old Daniel did get one round of chemo, which doctors say was working well against his Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Come on, say it. Why?
But his parents said they wanted no.
We never.
No.
This is just our way of life.
A way of life, yeah. Like a psychotic idiot.
Friday, Daniel had been medically neglected.
That's right.
Oncologists typically have a 90% success rate against Daniel's type of cancer. In what they call natural healing.
Yeah.
Their son with a natural diet, sweat lodges, and other alternative remedies.
Yeah.
See, and all of this is due to Christ psychosis. They refuse medicines because they're being taught with this Christian nonsense, with this psychosis of Christ belief, that's resurrecting zombies, and they pray, just like Governor Perry, and they refuse treatment for the son. This is the danger of Christianity, Christ psychosis. And people get killed by believing in this nonsense, all this hocus-pocus garbage. Like the sweat lodges in Arizona. The guy got convicted, and they get away with murder because they are Christians. And this is the problem in this country. And they infect the mind of children, they corrupt them, they keep them stupid and ignorant, believing in all this stuff in this 21st century. This is what I'm fighting against, is this illness that nobody seems to see. It's a neurological anomaly. Believing in resurrecting zombies, Christianity.
And claims there are no spankings or any out-of-the-ordinary punishments. Decades. It seems to be a thriving enterprise. As you can see, the people in charge don't particularly want to answer my questions. Answer to the government either.
Yeah,
in
see that?
Indiana, group homes operated by churches and religious ministries are exempt from licensure.
Exactly.
So behind closed doors.
They don't pay taxes either.
Say their parents also had no idea what was going on there. How many times did you leave the grounds?
The parents are Christians. What do you expect?
Zero.
It can do. The Attorney General's office says it doesn't have jurisdiction.
It's a Christian.
The same thing with the Indiana.
Exactly. They're all Christ-psychotics.
Though the Indiana.
The government is Christian. What do you expect?
Could investigate, providing it was a current complaint. But we've talked to more than a.
They get away with murder all the time. Christianity.
And they say they could never make any.
Christianity infected country. That's what happens.
Letters, while on the inside. Across the country, victim advocates say there are an unknown but large number of similar.
No, they're all of them. All there are Christians that do the same shit.
Like
all of them.
Vivid dreams, like
they believe in resurrecting zombies.
House again, and I can't get out, and that's like the only thing I want.
They're believing all this crap. They're sadomasochistic, deluded folks.
Fantasize about suicide.
Williams one last chance to answer the allegations. Is it true or is it not? It's either a yes or no question.
It's not true.
No.
So they're lying to us.
Backed into a corner.
The guy's sicko.
Their word against mine.
It's a schizophrenic.
We were really powerless to at least even investigate? Or?
They're all Christians. What do you expect, Anderson?
The governor today, or the governor 40 years ago,
people.
To lobby this to the legislature, the attorney.
They don't even allow atheists
chosen not to
hold public office
more than
at all.
Women ages 18 to 50.
This is what happens. People are sick.
Say they've experienced the same.
They've been controlling
government do anything?
The world for for 1,500 years.
Was considering passing legislation to help stop child abuse.
No, pass legislation against mental illness of Christian beliefs. That's the legislation.
And it's never been
And see, many people don't understand that a resurrected zombie belief is at the root of Christianity. All denominations, there are like hundreds and hundreds of Christian denominations. That includes also Satanism, which is the same. No Christ, no Satan, and no demonic spirits. So everything branches out. Scientology is also created. Mormonism, the Amish, I mean, name it. And a lot of the Native American religions have been infected and disturbed by the Christian conquistadors and all these people that corrupted. Happens all over Central America and South America. So if you're a Christian, you have to believe that a resurrected zombie was crucified and saved with the blood for the sin committed by a madman and a ripped woman, Adam and Eve, when they accepted a fruit from a talking snake. Christianity is a psychosis not needed. And people that are Christians, like the Tea Party, are racist. That's the reason they don't like Obama. They are racist. And they are psychotic. They are usually, they corrupt the mind of children. They are despicable, intolerant, ignorant people, imbeciles. Go see Idiocracy, the movie. You will enjoy it. That's where the Tea Party, a lot of the GOP, those are the people that belong. And Obama is being too nice. Too nice. The Democrats are pussies. Like Bill Maher was saying. These people being depressed, and he should have to start getting some evil on him and smash the Tea Parties and call them for what they are. They are ignoramus. They know American history. They have no idea. They're immoral people. They're deluded. They're stuck in the Middle Ages, and they need help. And they're sick. The thinking process is distorted on these people. That's what Obama should have said to them in these plain words. You know, he has a summa cum laude. He is an intellectual. So put all those people, the anti-brain and unintelligent ignoramuses people that are ruining the country, put them in their places like the ignorant, stupid fools that they are. That's what he should have said to them. Using some nice words, but he should put emphasis. You know, put his wrist and all that and say, "Hey, you people, I have a summa cum laude. What do you have? Do you have a high school degree? What do you have?" See? Let's keep in mind, psychosis, which is to believe in the resurrecting zombies, is a neurological disorder, very, very dangerous. And the problem is that nobody seems to see it for what it is. I hope you do. Pace Dios.